She was a lady dressed in white, brighter than the sun, radiating light clearer and more intense than a crystal tassel filled with crystalline water, pierced by the most ardent rays of the sun. Her countenance was one of unspeakable beauty, neither sad nor joyful, but serious, perhaps with an air of gentle censure. In 1917, the First World War was in progress, claiming thousands and thousands of lives. In Portugal, very distant from this panorama of pain and suffering, 3 children were out watching over their sheep in a place called Fatima. It was a region lost in the foothills of the Serra do Zaire, 100 kilometers north of Lisbon. Its landscape is adorned by hills dotted with holm oaks. Here and there one can find small villages with their whitewashed houses, which the sunlight makes shine. This was the setting chosen by the Mother of God to bring to the world a prophetic message of warning and recompense. Fatima would later enter into the history of the Church and the world. The Blessed Virgin showed herself to 3 seers: Lucia, aged 10, Francisco, aged 9, and Jacinta, aged 7. The apparitions of the Virgin Mary were preceded by supernatural phenomena that took place between April and October of 1915 on a hill near Cova de Areia, known as Loca do Cabeço. There were manifestations that preceded the apparition of the Angel of Portugal, who is also called the Angel of Peace. Lucia and 3 other girls saw hovering above the trees of the valley a sort of white cloud in the shape of a human, a figure like a statue of snow which the rays of the sun made more translucent. But it was in the summer of 1916, while the 3 little shepherds were playing in the yard of Lucia's parents' home, that the angel appeared to them again, saying, "What are you doing? Pray and pray much more. Pray and pray a lot. The most holy hearts of Jesus and Mary have designs of mercy upon you. Offer prayers and sacrifices constantly to the Most High." It was only in May 1917, after this angelic preparation, that the children saw the Blessed Virgin. She appeared to them, enveloped in light, and asked them to come for 6 consecutive months on the same day and at the same hour, because she wanted to give them a message. During this conversation with the Virgin, Lucia spoke and listened, and Jacinta saw and heard, and little Francisco could only see. After this vision, the little shepherds' lives changed completely. They were totally absorbed into the supernatural. The news soon spread through the village. About 50 people attracted by the repercussions were present in the month of July. They wanted to witness the divine manifestations. Our Lady made herself present as the previous time. She asked them to pray the rosary every day and to make sacrifices for sinners. Our Lady revealed a secret to the little seers. The first part of the secret was the vision the children had of hell. A terrible place where the little shepherds saw that thousands of souls were cast because of a life of immorality and lack of love for God. The second part of the secret deals with the punishment reserved for the nations and the means of avoiding it. Finally, the last part of the secret, the third part, was supposed to have been revealed on June 20th, 2000. At the end of that July apparition, the Virgin Mary said to the little shepherds, "I want you to come here on the 13th of next month. Continue to pray the rosary every day in honor of me, the Lady of the Rosary, to obtain peace for the world and an end to the war, because only I can help you." Disbelief and persecution made itself felt at the fourth apparition. The seers were kidnapped and held captive for 3 days by the mayor of Aurem. Because of this, Our Lady appeared to the seers in a place called Orineus. The Virgin said to them, "Pray and pray much and make sacrifices for sinners, because many souls go to hell because there is no one to sacrifice and pray for them." She then promised that she would perform a great miracle in the month of October. In the month of September on the 13th, between 15 and 20,000 people went to the Cova de Iria. They all wanted to speak and make requests to the children so that they could be presented to Our Lady. And Our Lady said to them, "Continue to pray the rosary to obtain the end of the war. God is pleased with your sacrifices, but He does not want you to sleep with the ropes. Wear them only during the day." The children were wearing ropes around their waists as a sacrifice for sinners. The long-awaited day, 13th of October, had finally arrived. A fine rain drenched the crowd of 70,000 pilgrims who were at the Cova da Iria. It was on this occasion that all were able to witness the miracle of the sun. At a certain point, Lucia said, "Look at the sun." The celestial giant began to zigzag and almost leave its orbit. It let out various colors and suddenly appeared to throw itself on the crowd that shouted and prayed, thinking that the end of the world had arrived. The cycle of apparitions ended here with this sixth apparition, but Our Lady had promised to appear a seventh time. This apparition would be linked to the triumph of her Immaculate Heart. What is certain is that, without doubt, this triumph will constitute a supreme and unshakable hope for these troubled times. Fatima, whether we like it or not, became an essential point of reference for our lives and for the contemporary world.